Rise and shine, beloved, great grand rising. Come on in, come on in. We are here, we are here. Come on in. Yes, we're here. Go ahead and take a moment, tag your friends, your family members, let them know Spiritual Success TV is live. This is Ilona Sanders, and I'm so happy that you connected with us today. I am dedicated to delivering personal and spiritual empowerment that will be a catalyst to transform your life. With that being said, let's do what we do over here in this community. Come on, let's activate the success mind. Take a good, healing, deep breath in and exhale. Relax. Relax. We release everything that happened before this sacred moment, and we bring ourselves present right here. We breathe and exhale. Turn that focus inward to the rich inner life of the kingdom of God within, where there's infinite potential, infinite possibility. One more for the power of 3. Healing, deep breath in and exhale. And we just stir our heart of gratitude today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're so glad to be here. Come on and give me a great grand rising. Let me know that you are here. Let me go ahead and refresh this page so I can see who's here on Facebook. Great grand rising. Yes, we are here. We are here. All right, beloved. Grand rising, Lisa. Thanks for joining us live. All right. Listen, beloved. We are here in second quarter. I can't hardly believe it's April. It's time for me to get ready for grandkids' birthdays again. And I just felt like I just got through Christmas. Time is just flying, right? But I want to ask the question. We are preparing for a major cosmic event tomorrow, and we are excited about it. I would like to know in the comments, are you excited? Are you feeling dread? You're not paying it any attention. Hey, Jennifer. Thanks for joining us live. Hey, Brian, thanks for joining us live. I love you guys so much. Yes. So are you excited about all the things happening in the cosmos tomorrow? You're feeling dread? You have a mixture of both? You don't care? Talk back to me in the comments. Let me know. So with that being said, when I wrote the general community over the weekend, my subject was let the shift begin. Can somebody talk back to me and say, let the shift begin? Let the shift begin. I'm talking about next level shift, next level awakening, next level elevation, next level increase. Let the shift begin. What I have found over my 40 plus years of being in leadership as a minister, pastor, coach, mentor, is that people talk about change and they want change. They want to transform, but they don't want to do what's necessary in order to change. And I know those of you that has been traveling with me for any length of time, you all know change is not easy, but it's doable. And when I say it's not easy, meaning you can tell over the years, pretty much you're probably in the same cycle. I talk about it. It's just like you move laterally, but you're in the same cycle. Can somebody talk back to me? You move laterally. You move from one job to the next. You get one car from the last car. You move from one apartment or one home to the next. But it's basically on the same level. It's a lateral move. And we've been talking about increase, praying about increase, hoping for increase, lotterying our way into increase. Y'all don't want to talk to me today, but beloved, I want you to hear me. You heard me say this over and over again. I'm not here saying anything new to tickle your ear. Anyone that you know that's experiencing any level of success, any level of peace or joy in their life, they had to do the sacred work. I can't stress that enough, because as a people, and I'm talking to, our people, as a people, we want pretty much everything just like handed to us, give it to us, lay hands on me. I'll spin around 3 times, I'll sow a seed, and I want everything in my life to be over with. But that is not the greatest way for you to come into mastery. That's not the greatest way. But the first thing I want us to do today is make a conscious decision. Grand Rising that has some, make a conscious decision that we are going to do the sacred work for the transformation. No skating around this, no hocus pocus, no blow on me, breathe on me. I want to say this. Is there such thing as miracles? Absolutely. And we should be experiencing miracles every day. But we want you not only to learn how to fish, we want you to learn how to build your own house. Use the tools that would help you build a house so that no matter what happens, where you go, what you experience, you can keep reproducing. You could keep reproducing the miracle, the breakthrough, the transformation. There is nothing like coming into your own power. This is why the ancients would hang the sign over the temple's door, beloved, know thyself. It's nothing like knowing yourself. And I'm not even talking about your personality or your persona. I'm talking about your God self, the real you, the authentic you, the one that has the dreams and desires on the inside. And we want to talk about that. So I want to ask the question that I asked when I sent the email out on Friday. Hey, Lucina, thanks for joining us live. I dreamt about you 2 nights in a row. Yes, yes, yes. We'll talk later. All right. Listen, are you brave enough? And I want y'all to talk back to me. And I don't want a surface answer. I want you really tapping into your heart and ask the question, are you brave enough to allow a major shift in your life right now? Are you brave enough to allow? Because everything is set up. This is why I open up with the question about, are you excited about all the things that's happening? Are you feeling dread? A mixture of two, or you don't care? Rather, you realize it or not, many things are set in place and in motion to assist you and help you excel and take a giant leap this year. Y'all don't want to talk back to me. This is a universal 8 year. It's a year of power, personal power, a year for transformation. Yes, yes, yes. Jennifer says, when signs in the heavens, such as eclipse fall on a biblical feast, they're significant. And it means that God is speaking. He's speaking warnings and miracles. Yes, yes, yes. Signs are in the heaven. Those cosmos and all those bodies and entities in the cosmos are there for a reason and a purpose. And it's to give us a sign and point us away. I did a deeper teaching on this in SSL, but this is what I want you to know, beloved. When things are set up, you have to do your part. Can somebody talk back to me and say, I will do my part? Beloved, come on. I want you to do your part. Everything is already set. For those of you that have a Christian background, and we just celebrated resurrection last week. And before that, they said when Jesus the Christ was on the cross, one of the last things he said was what? It is finished. Meaning that I've come to restore all the work that was done from the beginning, from the foundation. You had a dominion mandate. Can somebody talk back to me and say dominion mandate, right? And Jesus the Christ, according to your Christian tradition, came to restore all of that to bring us back to our original identity of power, authority, divinity, sovereignty, right? Dominion. Let us make man. Let him have dominion over everything in this 3D physical realm. So I want you to know today, if you are feeling like you are oppressed, like you are subdued, like you're overwhelmed, like you're stuck, I want you to stop, pause, and take a breath right now and know you have dominion power. You have authority. You have sovereignty. Can somebody talk back to me, right? So the question today is, Great Grand Rising, Reese, thanks for joining us live. The question today, beloved, is, are you brave enough? It takes courage to allow a major shift. And the courage that it takes is you allowing discipline to kick in to do the sacred work. Now, I'm not talking about warfare. I'm not talking about struggle. I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about you making a commitment to yourself, to your life, that I'm going to get on this path And I'm going to consistently take these teeny tiny steps and keep moving forward. It doesn't matter if you relapse, if you go back, you could always re-enter. You could always re-enter. We talked about entry and exit last week. So are you brave enough, watch this, to allow a major shift? Because everything is here to help you shift. Everything has already been given. That's why Jesus the Christ was able to say, it is finished. Everything is already here. All things are here for you. I've given you everything that pertains to life and godliness. Will you now allow this? And somebody talk back to me and say, no one's stopping me. Nothing's stopping me. Great Grand Rising, Tariq, thanks for joining us live. Right? Nothing is stopping me. No one is stopping me. Y'all talk back to me today. Nothing is stopping me. Will you allow all the help that's already in place for you to be able to bring you to your next level increase without, watch this, without going into analysis paralysis, right? Some of y'all think and think and think and think and analyze until you don't get anything done, right? And beneath the analysis paralysis is perfectionism. And perfectionism wants you to believe that everything has to be just right. Perfectionism produces procrastination. Because when you're in perfectionism, you're in comparison. Y'all don't want to talk back to me. You're in comparison, you're in competition, you're in copying. All of that robs you of your creativity. You've heard me say that many times. So are you willing to allow this change without analysis paralysis, FOMO, fear of missing out, or any other socialized trend? Can you just decide to move forward and not backwards? And I want to talk to somebody, and I feel this because you are already feeling like you're in a slump. You already feel like you have gone backwards from where you started out this year. But today, I want you to just know that we're in a major reset. Can somebody talk back to me and say reset? Come on. Reset, reset, reset. Reset for elevation. Come on, talk back to me. Reset for elevation. So there's an African proverb that says, it's the disease of turning back that kills people. Y'all don't want to go with me today. I'm doing my little churchy talk today. Y'all don't want to talk to me today. Come on, talk back to me. It's the disease of turning back that kills people. Sometimes you can feel so stuck, like you've revisited that place over and over and over again until you just want to give up and say, what's the use? Why am I even trying? I've tried so hard so many times, right? But I want you to know this time is not like any other time. Come on, somebody talk back to me. Give me some hearts, some thumbs up, something. This time is not like any other time because you're not the same. The circumstance is not the same. The situation is not the same. The only thing that is the same is the story you're telling yourself about your life. Somebody, let's change the narrative, right? So each day, beloved, each day you have a choice. I'm just looking at the email. Each day you have a choice to go backward or to move forward. To go backward or to move forward. So, even in my life, and I share with you guys over the last 2 years, I took a step backward, right? And I started allowing myself indulgences that I had gotten away from. It's all connected to a food addiction and all of that. I've talked about it many times. But over the last 2 years, and I'm thankful that it went as slow as it did, right? Because in times past, it would have happened like that. And I put over the last 2 years, I allowed myself to put on a whopping 27 pounds, right? So I was at the threshold going back a few months now where I said, I don't want to go any further. Who wants to go back there, right? But watch this. This is why relapsing can have such a devastating effect. And there are some things, even as, knowing that there are certain, things that you just are addicted to because you're used to soothing yourself that way, right? There were some things I had to tell myself, just don't touch it. Y'all ain't talking to me. Somebody talk back to me today. Just don't touch it. Just don't put your hands on it. Don't touch that, right? You may can have that, but definitely don't touch that. Relapsing is important because when you relapse, you get to a point where you're struggling to get back out and get back on track that you feel like just giving up. But all of us that know about addiction, any kind, I don't care what kind it is, addiction is addiction, right? When you start falling backwards at a point, you can feel stuck. You can feel like just give up. This is too much. But I want to encourage you today, do not give up. Do not turn back. Do not allow yourself to go back into the place where you're at rock bottom, right? I'm being very transparent today. For me, over the 2 years, I kept allowing the scale to tick up, because I was still far away from the dreaded 200. I was still far away from it, right? But I kept telling myself, who wants to go back to seeing the scale say that? That was like my marker. Don't want to do that at all. So it's the disease of turning back that kills people, right? I'm just being very vulnerable and graphic. So you all know that I'm 99% plant-based. I say 99% plant-based because there's still some things I'll allow myself to have every now and then during the holidays, like some mac and cheese with real cheese and butter made out of it, right? But 99% plant-based. But because, I want you to hear me. When we have addictions, habits, patterns, cycles, it's in you on a cellular level, your nervous system, your hormonal system, the neurons in your brain, all of that is very familiar with everything that you do when you're in that habit, right? And so I've not eaten meat. I've been off of meat. This year will make 6 years. I've not eaten any meat. And this makes 4 years I've been off of seafood. So I went off of meat, and then 2 years later, I went off of seafood, which was my favorite. Do you know I started dreaming about meat, because those old energies, you could call them parasites, you could call it gut bacteria, whatever it was that wanted me to get back over into that 200 and above. And believe me, I was more than two and a half, right? With my small little frame, I was on the other side of 2.5. So listen, those things wanted to be fed, and it didn't care. And the fat cells just was trying to get back to where it was. But we don't want to be that miserable. But this is where it comes in, beloved. This is why at some point you need help. You have to do something. You have to get some help. I work with my mentors and my coach, and I'm thankful that we talk about all things, right? And then you have to aid yourself. And I knew if I wanted to get back on track, watch this, I was going to have to detox. I was going to have to shut down my system. Shut it down. Fast, detox, whatever you want to call it. Cleanse. I needed to detox. And so there are many ways to do that. We're not getting into that today. But I knew I had to reset my system. My whole point in saying that, at some point you need help. And for those of you who have been stuck in the same cycle and situation and circumstance, you won't get out on your own. You may get out a little bit, but what do? You turn back. You need new tools. Somebody talk back to me. You need new tools. You need a new skill set to empower you so that when you reach challenges, when you are triggered, when you go into familiar places, you know how to keep staying on your journey. And even if you do trip up, you know how to get up and keep going and keep moving, right? So each day, beloved, you have a choice to go backward or to move forward. And that choice ranges from the mundane to the significant. There are some choices that are mundane. It's just a choice of what time you're going to get up, what you're going to wear today, what you're going to eat today, whatever it is, to significant choices. To me, not going back where I came from is significant. That's major, because so many things are attached to that. When you are not feeling well, you don't do well. and I watch, and I want you all to be in awareness. Be in awareness of yourself. Watch yourself. Watch your telltale signs, right? See what your body is saying. Thank you, Jennifer. What is your body saying to you? What is your mind saying to you? And as I started picking, the weight back up, I noticed how sluggish I was again. I noticed how I was like, I would call it mildly. Some days I was like mildly feeling depression, oppression. It was nothing happening but what I was putting in my body. Beloved, food is either going to be your medicine or it's going to be your poison. I prefer to let food be my medicine. Let your medicine be your food, and let your food be your medicine. We're not saying that you can't enjoy food, you can't enjoy life, because I love to eat, I love to enjoy food. I'm saying all of that, I just use this as an example. It doesn't matter what it is. We don't want to turn back. So my whole purpose here is to encourage you today. Get back on track. You can return over and over and over again. I got help for myself. Not only did I talk with my mentors, right? Not only did I go back to looking at what supplements was I taking, what was helping my body, what helps to get me back on track. Even if there's something new, well, let me try that because I know all the ingredients in there are good. And this is the kicker. I want y'all to watch how addiction works. This is so funny. So at one point, I was just stuck on potato chips. I mean, it was just crazy. Stuck on potato chips. Now watch this. I had stopped taking the black seed oil. Watch how your mind worked. Just 1 teaspoon of black seed oil was part of my daily regimen. My mind, through those parasites, was telling me that the black seed oil, watch this, was not making me feel well. Watch the lie. But I'm eating tons and tons and tons and tons of bags of potato chips with cottonseed oil, sunflower oil, canola oil, all the bad kind of oils in the chips. It's not hurting me. I'm eating bags and bags and bags. That's addiction, y'all. But the 1 teaspoon of black seed oil, my mind is going to tell me that's hurting you. Stop taking it. How we used to say, the devil is a liar, right? So thank God we've moved away from all of that. I'm saying all of this, and y'all know I'm vulnerable, I'm transparent, not for you to be a voyeur, but hopefully you can see yourself or you can identify with something that I'm saying, right? So every day, each day you have a choice to either go backward or to move forward. And every day this week, I want you choosing to move forward. Taking that teeny tiny step in the direction that you want to go in. And do not beat yourself up. Do not beat yourself down. If you happen to fall, go back with a trip up. You just want to learn from that, the assessment, right? And we talk about the why when we're trying to get the purpose. And I heard my own mentor say, and I want to even do some of that this week, is to go back 3 layers. Or go back 3 steps. When you find yourself in a quandary, when you find yourself not in alignment, go back 3 steps, because it's not what you're doing now. You go back to what happened before that. And then you go back to what happened before that. And then you go back to what happened before that, so that you start pinpointing where was the point. Because I often tell people, because in our Western Christian community, we were fixated on sin. But I tell my community, sin is only about missing the mark. It's not about your vices. By the time you're picking up something, doing something, performing an act, that's not really the sin. That's not where you missed the mark. You have to go back and figure, where did I disconnect? What was the lie? Somebody talk back to me. What was the lie? What was the disconnect? That's where the sin was. Sin is about missing the mark. It's not about vices per se. We were stuck on the result of missing the mark. The result is the smoking, drinking, gambling, fornicating, and all of that kind of stuff. That you missed the mark when you disconnected, when you got into misalignment, when you stop agreeing and cooperating with your highest purpose for your life, for the reason that you're here. And you started listening and looking around at everything happening in your life and told yourself a story. But today, come on, let's take a good healing deep breath in and exhale and relax. Today, beloved, what will you choose? What will you choose? Sacred text says, choose life, that you and your seed may live. I didn't say choose perfection, because that only breeds procrastination and comparison. Choose life. Choose to live, and just keep living and keep living one step at a time. Keep living, keep living. And can I tell you something? You cannot worry about being judged by other people, even by old religious ideology. You can't worry about being judged. And who I am today, I recognize, and this is going to help you with your own purpose and your own life journey that you're here. This is who I was all the time. This is how I came here. I came here with the belief that being true to yourself and being true to the God of your understanding, right, is what's important. Not people's man-made rules, doctrines, ideologies, from your heart. I always believed that, but because I was in an environment that was sin or vice conscious, I allowed myself to adapt to that mindset. But I want to tell you, beloved, don't allow yourself to be judged, criticized, humiliated, ostracized. Tap into your heart and feel what your divine self, your God self, is telling you, and start taking those steps. Now, sometimes those steps are not in agreement with mainstream society, mainstream church folks, but you have to keep going and taking steps until you get to the truth for yourself. You have to get to the truth for yourself. That's where the real power is. And anything that you choose to either have in your life or not have in your life, it has to be because of your own choice. That's where real power come in. So for all of you that know that there's more to your life, there's more to your purpose, there's more for you to do here, get honest with yourself. And remember, it is the disease of turning back that kills people. No turning back. Let's prepare for the major cosmic event. We're already feeling the energies in the atmosphere. There's so many things happening. Y'all got to come on into the community, beloved. It's scrolling across the screen. Go to ElonaSanders.com. Schedule. If you've never had a private chat with me, schedule one. Let's have a clarity call. Let's have a private chat. Let's get you on the right track and on the right path. All right. I'm excited about all the things that's happening in the cosmos. I'm excited about all things happening. I know y'all been hearing it all over the internet. The last thing I want to say about this, beloved, life as we know it has already changed and is getting ready for a major change. When I did the prophetic release for 2024, the first thing I told you all was that this year is a major impact year. Go back and listen to it. This year is a major impact year, as was 2020, 2016, 2012, 2008. I can go back, and every 4 years or so, since we came into the 21st century, we've been having major impact moments. And this year is another one. But the good news is there are so many things in place to help you come into your personal power, help you transform your life. And we want to take advantage of it. So get in position, and somebody talk back to me and say, Dr. E, I'm ready. Come on, talk back to me. I'm ready. Yes. And for those of you that ask all the time and you want to sow seed, you can sow seed with us. Anytime you feel like it, I don't ask for that, but that's ways that you can sow right there. Screenshot that. If you feel led to do so, do that. It's only going to help me do what I do better, right? All right, lovely. So I'm going to release you with many blessings for the rest of your day, the rest of your week. And happy eclipse watching for those of you going to watch. And my community, we already set up. We know what we're doing tomorrow, and it's good. Allow the shift to happen. Get ready for a major shift. Let's allow it to happen and then come into alignment and agreement with what we already know is the will of God for our life. Hey, Anthony, thanks for joining us live on YouTube. All right. Reset. Yes, yes, yes. I see that. Reset. All right, lovelies. I'm going to release you. SSLers, I will see you tomorrow at 12 noon. Have a blessed, wonderful, and amazing rest of your day. Love you guys. Bye-bye.